Hey guys, welcome back out to the channel. Well, you might have noticed I've been a little silent here for a little while. I think it's been about 2 months since I have posted any sort of video. I guess about maybe the middle of April. Last video I did, I was rebuilding those dual Weber carburetors, and like I said, those came out real nicely. But like I said, I've been silent, and it has not been because I have been lazy. I assure you I haven't. After vacation, I got back on working on a project that you see behind me. I know some of you all know, if you follow the channel, you know, during the year there's at least 2 times where I have to block off a section of my life and work on something. For at least 3 months out of the year, I do piano accompaniment work for a musical here locally, and I always enjoy doing that. It kind of brings out my cultured side. And something else I like to do is create for our church sort of set pieces for our VBS. And I've really enjoyed doing that. And I'll just say to you, it takes a lot longer to do a lot of this than what you would think. So anyways, I thought I would just give you a quick update on what I've been up to, and maybe give you a quick update of where we're going to head with the VW project for the No-Name Nationals and all that good stuff. But I thought I'd just share it with you. So I've got a little lighthouse here that I've been working on. This is one of my favorite pieces. Wasn't too hard to do, but it took time, and it's about 10 foot tall. So, you know, when you make things for stages, you have to make it big. Used, believe it or not, I only had $35 in this piece, so that's a win. Used some spool pieces we had at work that we're going to toss out. One up there that we cut. I used some conduit as sort of a spine for these ridges, and had some leftover paneling, some brick paneling from a prior project that we used, and I was able to put that all together. And believe it or not, I've got liquid nails holding all of this together. It definitely has its place. Made that cage up there for the lighthouse top out of a leftover closet made shelf, and just cut some relief cuts in there, and that way we could turn it, and took out little individual pieces in between to make it a little more like windows, and then made a Chinaman's hat for the top, if that's politically correct, which isn't, but whatever. And then used a light that I don't have on right now for our lighthouse beacon. I like it. Anyways, the most difficult piece, and the one I was sort of dreading the most, is this big rock. As you can see, the theme was Breaker Rock Beach. So think Astoria, Oregon, and the Goonies or whatever for some of you younger folks. But anyways, I wasn't sure how to do that because I'm not much of an organic guy, and I'll show you what we did. So to make a rock, I use what I always use, and that is conduit, because I could easily bend it and I can weld it, which, don't judge me by my welds there. This is theater, guys, not a race car. And then just sort of give it the shape of a big rock out there in the ocean. Then I took some, I guess some shipping cellophane wrap, if you want to call it that. I'm not sure what the technical term is. Wrapped it, that way it gave us some sort of body. And then, I don't know if you notice, our sand here is really just Harbor Freight drop cloth. Basically use that on the edge of it, draped it over, even put a few little pieces of foam in here to give it some sort of organic rock shape. I think it worked, and that worked well. We glued the edges, and eventually I tried something new, which sort of works and sort of doesn't. Throw on some concrete mix, maybe mix a little bit of latex paint, and voila, you have a rock texture. Easier said than done. It wants to flake off. So in the end, after I stained it, I got me a gallon's worth of, what do you call that? Elmer's glue. And then just basically brushed Elmer's glue over this entire thing to use as an encapsulator. And I think it worked out okay. For a week's long worth of Bible school stuff, it held together nicely. Made a little scene here, kind of in the woods, or the edge of the shoreline. A little waterfall, believe it or not, that came from my backyard. And the wife was totally fine with that. And it'll go back. Of course, the kids are so darn old now, they don't even use that. But I thought that made a nice little waterfall. And I made some happy trees back there on this backdrop, a little bit of Bob Ross action. And a lady made my letter in there for me. I really appreciate that. I think that turned out real nice. But yeah, there you have it. Another cool little area. Someone let me in on something kind of neat. You can buy these bulbs, right? And it flickers, a LED bulb, and it flickers like a campfire. So we made a little campfire scene here, and I think that's pretty cool. I could use that like on Halloween or something. That would be perfect. A lot better than using a candle. Little cooler there, filled with whatever liquefied drink you want to put there. I don't know. Anyways, threw some Christmas trees, and that's our scene. Oh yeah, forgot about this one. So we got this little sandcastle. This didn't cost me a thing. These came from leftover spool pieces, some leftover styrofoam, and last year I made some sort of a pipe out of a piece of what was that? Sonotube. There you go. Anyways, that all came together, I thought, rather nicely, and I enjoyed doing it because at the end of the day, you might think, well, why all this hard work for just a week's worth of Bible school? And my thoughts is if you can give a kid a memory, a good memory, inspire them, and give them something to think about, that when they get older, they'll remember this. And you know what? They'll be inspired to do something for the younger generation. Well, anyways, that's the set, guys. I may give you another quick update later on. I'm still on target for our September No Names National build with our Volkswagen engine. We're building 1904 cc engine for our my little sand rail. I've got almost everything I need except for bearings. The case is going to go out for machine work this next week. And as soon as it gets back, we are on it because we've got to get this engine built. And VW engines go together really fast, thank goodness. I could probably have it built within a week or two, just of doing a few nights here and there. And it's going to be important that we get it done because I feel like I really got to use the month of at least part of July and August as the test and tune, because I have sort of done a Hail Mary on my jet sizes. I think that they're close, but there's no way to know until you get it done and fire it up and test it out. I've done this enough that you gotta figure that into the equation. So if we can get that baby tuned by August, and maybe even get to go to the track and try it out, that would be a plus, because there's other little things I got to do to the rail for safety, compliance, so that we pass tech. Those aren't too big a deal though. But man, I'm excited. It's going to be fun. And now that this is over with, I can breathe and jump on that, and I'm going to be full-fledged No Name Nationals build. So anyways, I just wanted to share this with you, let you know I hadn't been lazy. Appreciate you watching. To follow and see more, just keep watching. So until next video, we'll see you.